Here we have the 30-minute price chart for Meta Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker META. So here we can see that the major break now has occurred. This is a price level that I've been pointing to for quite some time now. What I've really been looking at here is this 193 level. And we can see here that, there's been some very forceful trading movements here that have sent prices now through this support zone. So this is a very significant story in the market. And I think that most of the market has been missing this. I do not understand why the financial news media, for example, hasn't spent more time focusing on this stock. I think that it tends to get kind of dismissed or ignored when we're talking about the technology space. Maybe it's because it's just kind of a silly social media company or something like that. And it's not something important like, NVIDIA, or, they're not manufacturing iPhones or something like that. So I do think that this stock tends to get kind of ignored here. But, given the size of these declines, I think that this is weighing on the rest of the market. And I've been saying that for the last few videos. NVIDIA, just to go back to that point for a moment, we're now seeing major breaks there as well. So I don't think that this is really a coincidence that this is occurring at the same time. I have been saying that I do think that Meta is going to start to drag down the rest of the market if we don't find support here relatively quickly, and we can see that this did not happen. The price level that I've been watching here has been coming in. This was coming in at what would this be? The July 1st low that came in at 493.17. So it was really this 493 level that was mostly important. And as we can see here, there's been a significant amount of downside selling pressure that has forced prices through this level. We were trying to see a bit of support here. There were buyers in the market here. There are definitely people that are trying to catch the bottom and sort of prevent this stock from falling lower. This would be 494. Let me get an exact number here. Yeah, 494. So this is buying action here. In advance of this possible break below 493. But the gains here were short lived. I mean, there was just not enough buying activity in the market to sustain prices above this $500 level. We did see prices move into just above 506. Um, so that's about a $12 price gain. It's not so small. But prices just continued to move lower at this point because this 493 level was really in the crosshairs as far as market targets are concerned. So, currently we're trading at looks like 490.90. And we've ultimately seen price lows of 487.40. So, not entirely surprising. I was saying that selling pressure is probably going to start to accelerate if we lose this 490 level. And it's not even just that. I think it's actually worse than that. I think that this could start to drag down other technology stocks, and I think that is occurring. If you watch my NVIDIA video from today, you'll see that NVIDIA just broke major support levels. I don't think it's a coincidence that these two things happen essentially at the same time. We saw this major price break here. The price break here to the downside with Meta Platforms is more significant than the NVIDIA break. The NVIDIA break is a bit more of a short-term break. This is a bit more of a long-term break. Um, and it really does suggest that we could be in store for some more significant declines here. And it's very strange because, for a few different reasons here. Look at this upside trading volume here. It's a little bit difficult to see, but because the lines are so thin, but there's a lot of upside, trading volume here that's in the bullish direction. There are some pockets here of kind of negative trading volume, such as right here. But there are definitely people that are stepping into the market, and we're trying to defend this 493 level. I don't have any doubt about that. You can see some major spikes here in trading volumes, but it just wasn't enough. And I wonder if it's because this stock just didn't get enough attention. As I said, maybe it's just a silly little social media company. I mean, Instagram, Facebook, they're not building, graphics processors that are used in industrial AI platforms like NVIDIA. So, if you were to see declines like this for NVIDIA, it would be a major story. The entire market would be watching very closely. But I think, this is just Mark Zuckerberg, you know, silly little social media platform, I think it winds up getting ignored. I think it just doesn't get as much attention in the market, and these types of price moves wind up getting missed. This is a lot of selling pressure here. These are major declines, and it was posted right after, immediately the selling pressure started as the stock was making its all-time high at this would be 542.96 from July 8. So this is a major reversal. I mean, who would really expect something like this to occur? You see a significant trend move upward here. We can see that with this kind of white line here. This kind of marks the distance of the rally. We post an all-time high here, and then we just immediately start reversing. This is a red candle. The stock posted an all-time high and just immediately reversed. How many times do you see an all-time high with a red candle that's this size? It's a lot of very strange trading activity going on here. I don't understand why more people aren't watching this, because even as this is occurring, you're seeing buyers step into the market here. There are people that are trying to defend these levels. In particular, this 493 level. So, there's a lot going on here, and this is a very interesting story, and I just really think it's been completely missed by the market. One major problem that we're currently having here is this. There's a really the moving average cluster is a complete mess. I mean, this is not how it normally looks. You can go back, in time here and look how orderly these moving averages kind of flow and fluctuate. Look at this now. It's just a big spaghetti bowl of nonsense. It's a complete mess. And then in addition to that, you do have this downside indicator reading in the relative strength index, which clearly shows, that negative momentum is present in the market. One thing that I can kind of point to here is that there is a bit of a bullish divergence that's building. It's small, but we are seeing some indicator readings here which aren't really confirming all of these price losses. So it's a little bit difficult to find some positives in this chart, but this would be one in my view. Um, the indicator reading is starting to make new highs here as prices are making long-term lows. So this would be considered to be a bullish divergence. And it does suggest that these moves are really kind of overextended and probably shouldn't have happened. A lot of the selling pressure developed on Thursday. Thursday was a widespread sell-off in the market as a whole. Everybody was getting sold off. Every major stock was getting sold off, even in the Mag 7. But Facebook in particular, Meta, has not been able to recover its losses in the same way that some other stocks have. Apple, for example, just posted a new all-time high yesterday. It recovered all of its losses and then posted new all-time highs. So, the absolute opposite here is happening with Meta. So, there are reasons to be concerned here. I mean, no doubt about it. There are reasons people were trying to defend these levels. This is probably people that might have had options positions and are trying to defend these levels. And those options positions could wind up expiring worthless here. But there's a lot of buying activity here a lot of buying activity, and all of this occurred freshly after posting an all-time high. So, there's not a lot that's positive in this chart at the moment. We do have a little bit of a bullish divergence here that could be building, but we would really need to see this indicator reading turn around relatively quickly. So this is something that I'll be watching. You can check back for videos shortly. I will continue to post videos on this topic because it's a major story. I think it's dragging down the technology space as a whole, and I think it's really being missed by the market. I think that this stock is being ignored. So here's the current market outlook for Meta Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker META.